Okay, so it's 7 in the morning and I'm about to go watch the series finale of My Little Pony. So yeah, and I don't know, maybe I kind of have the feeling I might feel hopeless by the end of it, but we'll see. Okay, even though I should feel sad right now, somehow I don't. I wonder why. Like, so seriously, like, I don't feel any emotion even after watching this, as you may have heard me say in the last clip. I mean, come on! I mean, I felt hopeless when I watched the series finale of Danny Phantom, for crying out loud. But whatever. Why don't we just take time to moan over the loss of Twilight Sparkle, Rainbow Dash, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, and my most favorite one of all, Rarity. You'll always be my favorite. So this episode basically, just starts off with, like, Chrysalis in disguise and starting random rumors. And then they go off, they go off. And she goes off and, back to the cave where T-Rex and Cozy Glow are. And they figure out how to use Grogar's bell. And they try to suck the energy out of him. And here's a big shock. Grogar was actually Discord this whole time. Yeah. Discord apparently was trying to have all the incidents, be there. And also, if you think about it, do you think, this was all Discord's fault for, maybe, bringing them together? Because he sure was the one who did it. I mean, Discord, you really need to overthink what you did. Because again, you're one of the reasons why I don't like you so much. So a few other things I would like to talk about this episode. Well, I gotta say, it was pretty good. I mean, when I saw on Twitter that this was happening, I thought, oh man. And I remembered, I'm like, oh yeah, I scheduled it on my calendar. So, yeah. So, this episode, I have to say, it was very good. And, well, I think all of them were good. And, well, even after seeing all those leaks on social media, which I tried to avoid as much as I can. Seriously, people, don't post stuff some people haven't seen yet. Gosh. And yeah, I know that's probably not going to stop them, but yeah. So, basically, what happens is, Twilight is trying to, about to be coronated, the princess, and they all just, there's just random stuff going on and all that. So, yeah. And then, at the end, the villains get loose and they become powerful, like T-Rex gets power, Cozy Glow becomes an alicorn, and Chrysalis gets more power. So after that, pretty much when Discord finally explains what had happened, he then finally just says, oh, I'm like, okay, I can explain. This was all my fault. I brought all the villains together, and then they're all like, oh you dumb Duranaquist, which is what they don't really say, but hey. But I do have to say one thing about that one moment where we find out Discord is actually Grogar. I was kind of confused at first. I'm like, wait, what? Is this true? Or I'm so confused. I'm like, but it's alright. At least they explain it later on. And, they get every pony they know to, like, to, like, start a battle, which is pretty cool to say the least. I'm like, yeah! And all that, so, yeah. And then, war, and Twilight pretty much is worrying about everything. It isn't until, well, they finally take care of it. Oh, and Wendigos show up. Yep. And all that. So, yeah. So, there's a lot going on. And then, boom. Boom. Power of friendship. Friendship works. And pretty much, well, the villains are defeated. And now what to do with them? Well, here's what I actually thought. I mean, technically my negative side wasn't really triggering during some of the moments from those three, but I did in fact recall saying when they decided to turn them into stone instead of reforming them. Yeah, I was kind of expecting them to get reformed, but I guess that couldn't work. I mean, not all French, I guess not all, as they say, not all villains can get reformed, so, yeah. But, yeah, so basically they just turned them into stone. Although, for the record, I would have recommended just executing them, but I know they can't do that because kids show, you can't do stuff like that, like show violence and I guess, and, disembodied heads on a kids show, if you know what I mean. And so after that, we get to the very final episode where we see, everyone is all grown up, and, well, Twilight's still ruling. Spike is Twilight's royal advisor, and Twilight also has another student of her own named shoot, what was her name? Yeah, and okay, yeah, I remember now. It was Lester Dawn? Yeah, I could be saying that right. I don't know. Seriously, somehow these names have been getting harder and harder for me to remember. But yeah, so basically, Lester says she, well, doesn't really want any friends, and so Twilight tells her this flashback story of, of the time when she was about to move to Kennerlot to become the next princess, and, well, somehow she was worried about losing her friends. And I actually had a plan for a fan fiction about this, but I will talk about that later in the future. But yeah, so that's basically what happens and all. So yeah, so basically, like, in this, Twilight just, so I guess to talk about, Twilight just goes around and asks her friends, how do you guys feel? And they all say, I know it's really worrisome, but we're okay. But Twilight still doesn't have the feeling. And then things don't turn out as planned. So, yeah, they continue until they realize, until the main five realize what they're getting themselves into. And so, yeah, they finally just say what they want, and then the coronation finally happens, and things don't go so great. Yep. So, yeah, things don't go so great, and basically, well, although it ends up a disaster, it's still fun. So, yes. And so at the end, and we then see the older main six, like Pinkie Pie has a daughter, and I really hope Fluttershy still hasn't ended up with Discord. No Fluttercord, no Fluttercord, no. Ugh. Ugh. No Fluttercord allowed on my channel or anywhere else near me, please. Yes. And we just see everyone, and we even see Rarity, Applejack, Rainbow Dash, and so they all go to Ponyville, and then we're treated to this last song, and then that's pretty much the end of the episode. So we now say goodbye to our main heroes, and then wait until a reboot comes out next year. So yes. So I have to say it was an okay special. Although I wonder why I didn't feel hopeless. Like, wait. I think I was already kind of getting sick of MLP at a few months later after watching it so many times, but I didn't want to give it up because obviously I wanted it to, like, I guess I just wanted to watch it until it came to its end, and wouldn't you know it finally did. So yes, and once again, let us say goodbye to these 6 amazing ponies and all the friends and adventures they have gone on. See you guys later. Oh, and speaking of which, I think it's time for me to make a few changes with some stuff. I'll see you later.